Welcome to the Northgate Church podcast from the heart of Chester in the UK.
But just so that you know, that's where it comes from in our Bible, and maybe later you might want to look it up and have a read of that part. This encounter that Nicodemus has with Jesus, as we saw on the video, happens late at night. But I just wondered if we could just have a little think about what Nicodemus was like maybe as a person and find out maybe how he knew about Jesus. Alex.
Okay, so can we remember what this man's name is? What's his name?
Nicodemus.
Right, adults, you have to do it as well. You can tell who was watching the match last night. Are you ready? Louder? Yes, Nicodemus. So we've got Nicodemus. Now, as we can see in the video, as we can see through the Bible, he was a stickler for the rules. He loved sticking to the rules. Now, they had some rules. He was a Pharisee. So that was like a very religious group of people who loved to study the law. They loved to study those scrolls. But he loved them so much that, do you know what? They actually made some of the rules themselves. And they actually changed some of the rules. One of the rules is about the Sabbath. Would you like to explain about the Sabbath, Joe?
It was like a special holy day where they shouldn't and decided not to do any work. It was a special day where they thought, let's spend time with God and set aside not doing things.
Okay, so in essence, a day of rest. Nothing wrong with that. But the Pharisees and Nicodemus like to go one step further. I'm going to give you a little bit of an example. So I need Nicodemus. Now, Joshua, our son, has very kindly offered to be Nicodemus. So stand up, Joshua. Say hello to Nicodemus. Hello. Now, Nicodemus, you're looking too happy at the moment. I kind of feel like you need to, make your face look a little bit more grumpy. You kind of think that you're a little bit better than these people out there. So you kind of make, that's good, we're getting there. Right, I feel like you might need a little scroll. So here's part of the Torah. Okay. Here's a little extra set of rules that you might have yourself that we might be borrowing in a minute. Happy with that? Yes? Okay, great. Right, guys, so we're going to pretend it's a Sabbath. So everyone jump up on your feet. That's adults included. Are you ready? Okay, it's the Sabbath. It's a nice, restful day. We are going to be spending our time worshipping God. We are going to not be doing certain things because it says. So because it's a Sabbath, though, let me just go to my notes. Oh, okay, so because it's a Sabbath, surely there are some things we can do, right? So I feel like I've not seen my friend for a while. I'm going to write them a letter. Could you start writing a letter to your friend?
Can you pretend to write a letter?
Start writing it. Whoa. Hang on. I've not even started writing it yet. Give me a chance.
No writing on the Sabbath.
No writing on the Sabbath? No. Oh, guys, I'm really sorry. Put your pens down. Put your quills down. Wouldn't have had pens in those days. Put your quills down.
Not allowed to do that.
Oh, he's a bit of a killjoy, isn't he? Right, okay. This time, you need to check on some of these guys because they might not be doing the right thing either. Okay, are you ready? So, didn't you have one, Joe, about...
Yes, well, maybe if we can't write to my friend, okay. I wonder whether maybe we go and have a look. So I've got some heavy goods that we maybe want to transport. So we could load up the donkeys. Okay, so could we maybe load up our donkeys?
Load your donkeys up. Get your things. You might even go to a friend's house with your donkey. Go for a little party, get some...
No, don't load your friend that you bought. No, that's not a donkey.
Go on, load your donkeys, get your thing.
Hold on.
Oh, no. Hang on a bit.
Oh, Nicodemus is going round there. Well, you've got to pretend to start to move, but...
Why are you doing this? No carrying heavy loads on the Sabbath, didn't you know?
Oh. Sit down for me then. No carrying heavy loads on the Sabbath. That's not allowed.
Oh, my goodness me.
Dear.
Right, okay, well...
In that case then, what I think we'll do... we can't go to and have a party maybe at our friend's house. We'll have one here.
Oh, that sounds good.
I think that might be a good idea.
Yes.
Now... Sometimes it gets a little bit cool at night time.
Ooh.
So I tell you what, can someone pretend to
Should
light
we start
some
lighting
fires?
A fire? Okay, ready?
Light some fires.
Light your fires.
No lighting fires on the Sabbath.
Oh, you're kidding me, Nicodemus. Ooh, oh, they're getting into character now. They're warming up, Alex. We've got some booze.
Oh, no. He is a bit of a killjoy. Right, okay. One more thing. Oh, I know. Since we've all come to this little place here, kind of feel like maybe we could just go for a little walk, have a little chill, just to kind of spend some time together. That's all right. So come on. Not yet. Everybody stand up. Love a bit of ad-lib drama. Right, are you ready? Let's go for a little walk. Okay, you ready? Let's go for a little walk.
Wait, slow down. What?
No walking over a certain distance.
Oh.
Kidding me. Oh my goodness. Who's getting a little bit fed up with this guy?
Me!
Yeah. Sorry, Nicodemus. You're going to have to come over here for a while whilst we do the next bit of our story.
Okay,
you can wait over here.
Kids. Find a seat.
Here we go.
So, as
No,
we've
you
kind
stay
of
there.
seen there, that Nicodemus was a bit of a stickler for the rules, as Alex said before.
And he went one step further. So some of those things weren't actually written in the law, but that group of people that he was part of. Oh, he's really frowning at me now. They were real stickler for the rules. They added their own little rules because they really did believe that was what God wanted for them. But it kind of made life difficult for people.
I'm just sorting shoes out, Alex.
Okay, fine. So, next bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
is that
allowed.
allowed on the Sabbath?
Nicodemus, I'm not allowed to sort someone's
shoes
shoe out
out.
on the Sabbath. Good one. I like that. So Nicodemus, as we said, loved those rules, and he thought about what his life, and then all of a sudden he started to hear about this man a little bit more called Jesus. Now Nicodemus at this point hadn't what we call encountered Jesus, but there was a bit of a party happening at one point, and Jesus was at this party, wasn't he?
Jesus was at this party. In fact, it was a wedding. Now, in that video, we saw one of the miracles that Jesus did. It was a very early miracle of Jesus's. So Nicodemus hadn't met him yet. They were kind of just thinking about who he might be, and he'd heard some things. Does anybody know what the miracle was?
Jesus turning water into wine.
Well remembered, yes. Jesus turning water into wine. So we thought, well, no drama's complete without a little bit of a science experiment. We shall see if it works. So we need a Jesus. Now, I don't know if you remember, if you've been in the services the past few weeks, we've had Johnny as an excellent Jesus. We've had Al as a stupendous Jesus. But they were not very, let's say, forthcoming with wanting to do it to begin with, but they were brilliant when they did. Little bit of arm twisting. Can I just say, though, our Jesus this week is someone who is an absolute diamond, because when I texted him, he went, yes, certainly, happy to help. So can we give a round of applause for Guy Lister? Hey. This is our Jesus. He's going to come up. You're going to be spending some time actually at a wedding. So, guys, we're going to get ready for the wedding.
I was going to ask the adults, I nearly said parents then, I can tell I'm back in school. I was going to ask the adults then what makes a good party, but I'm not quite sure we should go that far because, you know.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Yeah, water. There we go, water, yeah.
Okay, so we need to get ourselves ready for a wedding. We just need a couple of people to maybe be some servants or some disciples.
Can anyone be any servant?
If you'd like to do that job. Okay, Sophia,
would you like to be a servant? Yeah. Libby, would you?
James, could you help?
Perfect.
Okay, so you guys, you're going to be up here with Jesus. In fact, to begin with, Jesus is just kind of going to be mingling with the crowd. Guys, we're going to pretend now that we are at a wedding. Guys, you can pretend you're at a wedding if you want. So you're going to choose your favourite tipple, and we're going to have a lovely, lovely time. So everybody stand up again. Guys, you can stand up if you would like, and we can pretend we're at a party. So we're going to get ourselves ready, get your nice clothes on. You're all looking very lovely today anyway.
Have some food.
And then get some food. And there's been a lovely wedding. In fact, there's the wedding party over there. Oh, but do you know what? Oh, let's just see. I'm just going to go and check because can you see if there's any nice drinks over there? No. You are all adults in this scenario, by the way, so you are allowed wine. Have you got some wine over there?
No, I think I might have run out. Oh no!
Quick, you're gonna have to go over. You're gonna have to go over to Jesus.
Not me. Hello. We need you to perform a miracle. We've run out of wine at this wedding.
Now, I'm just going to pause there because actually this was one of Jesus' first miracles. And actually it was his mother who asked him, will you come and perform this miracle? And he went, no, not yet. It's not my time. But actually, after a little bit of persuasion, he realised actually this was something he could do. But one important thing to remember here is he didn't do a big showy miracle. He didn't actually do it in front of his wedding guests. He did it in the back with his servants and disciples. Okay, so everybody in the wedding party, you can actually just stop for a second and you can have a look at this next bit. Okay, so the real people in the story wouldn't have seen this bit, but I'm going to let you watch this bit. Okay, you can come out of character. So, are you ready?
Water.
You guys can watch.
Have you got an empty jug next
You've
to
got
it?
an empty jug, right? It's very empty. You can show them the empty jug.
I can't see inside it.
Look, I'll show you. Kids, empty.
I didn't see.
Well, you open your eyes. See that? There's nothing in it.
No, tip it upside down.
Let's not do that today.
Come on, guys, keep going. Never work with kids.
I was just about to say the same. Right, oh, right, guys. Let's have a hush in the room. Are you ready? Oh, so see, water's going in. Water's going in. Okay. These guests are getting very thirsty, so they're going to need... Are you ready? Wowee. Can I just say, I'm really relieved that worked, because we tried it last night and it kind of looked a bit like Iron Brew or an Aperol Spritz, so that's a lot of a better look. So there you go. And then, do you know, because of that, the wedding guests were able to have as much wine as they liked, and they actually said it was the best wine in the house. So that was his first miracle. So I'm just going to ask, children, can you just come and sit back in your spaces again? I'm going to give you 5 seconds.
So these servants that had maybe seen some of this, seen and witnessed Jesus doing this miracle, they decided to maybe start walking around maybe, and they would have been, what do you think they'd have been talking about?
What do you think they'd have said?
Been talking about?
Can you guys think what you might have said?
What do you think?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a miracle.
Can you believe what Jesus did? Can you say that for me, James?
Can you believe what Jesus did?
He turned water into wine.
He turned water into wine.
So can you imagine? They're going past, they're
Walk
going
past,
back to
that's
their
it.
places.
That's it,
Guys,
fantasy.
go and sit down. Your ears are pricked up at this point. And you think, hang on a minute. This Jesus, very nice. This Jesus, he's doing miracles. This isn't the person I thought would be the Messiah. That means the Saviour of the world, the person who would come back to save everybody. So you're a little bit confused, but you're also a little bit curious. It piques your interest. You kind of think, do you know what? I need to find out for this man for myself. I can't let this rest. But do you know what? Because he was friends with the Pharisees, do you think the Pharisees would have agreed with him going and meeting him? No, Daisy, you're right. He would not have agreed at all. So do you know what he had to do? Can anybody remember what he did? Go on, James.
He had to do it at night.
He did. He had to do it at night. In the dead of night, everyone was asleep. So, are you ready? Okay. All right, let's just... I need you to steal out into the dead of night. I need to go around. Everybody else, you need to be asleep. I need you to go round. Guys, you need to be asleep. Okay. He's going round. Everything's peaceful. Probably need my script now. So, imagine it's late at night. Everyone is asleep. The streets are quiet, but one man is awake. His name is Nicodemus. He's a respected teacher. He knows God's laws, and he adds some extra for himself. But he has lots and lots of questions. So, can everybody whisper, shh, it's night time?
It's nighttime.
Right, you guys, if you want to watch the rest of it, you need to sit up. Sit up for me in 5, 4, well done, 3, 2, 1. We're now going to watch Nicodemus and Jesus have a little chat with each other. Okay, off you go.
I have seen Jesus heal people. I've heard him teach. I believe God must be with him, but I need to know more.
Come in, Nicodemus.
We know you are a teacher sent from God. No one can do these amazing things unless God was with you.
Nicodemus, I tell you the truth. Unless someone is born again, they cannot see God's kingdom.
Born again? I'm old. I can't be a baby again.
Nicodemus thought Jesus was talking about being born again as a baby. But Jesus was meaning something quite different. Can anyone remember from our video, what did Nicodemus mean when he said, what did Jesus mean, when he said born again? James?
You can only go to the kingdom of heaven if you have a relationship with Jesus.
Fantastic. Nice one, James.
I'm talking about a new relationship, a new beginning with God. Just as your body was born once, your heart needs new life from God. God's Holy Spirit changes people from the inside, Nicodemus.
Okay, so just pause for a second. Let's all put a hand on our hearts. Now, we remember Zacchaeus, don't we, and how his heart was changed. Now, sometimes our hearts can be selfish. Sometimes we can be greedy. Sometimes we can be unkind. But Jesus gives us a new heart that wants to love God and love others if we choose to do that.
Nicodemus, do you hear the wind?
Oh, make a whooshing noise. That was their cue. They missed that, didn't they? Did you hear the wind?
You can't see the wind, but you can see the leaves moving in the trees. You can't see God's Spirit with your eyes, but you can see the difference that he makes in people's lives.
Now, as you can see, Nicodemus was still confused by this.
How can this happen?
Because God so loves the world so much that he sent his one and only Son, so that everyone who believes in him will have eternal life.
So Jesus didn't come to make bad people good enough. He came to have a relationship with anyone who wants it. No matter how young or old, no matter who we are, he came to forgive for when we do wrong things. He came because God loves us, and he wanted to make the relationship right again.
Tonight I came with questions. I think I'm beginning to understand. God isn't just interested in rules, he wants a relationship with me.
Everybody who comes to me is very welcome.
So, Nicodemus came to Jesus in the dark, but he left with the light of hope of a new beginning. No matter how young or old we are, no matter how many questions we have, or how much we already think we know about him, Jesus welcomes us. He invites us to trust him in good times and bad times, receive his love always, and begin a brand new life with God. Okay, can we give a round of applause for our actors?
Okay, find a seat then for me so I can sit back down. I'm getting old. I need to sit back down. Sit. Reverse, 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 reverse. Okay, so in summary, we are nearly coming towards the end of our service together. So we just wanted to sort of what we call summarise, to finish off all of the things and have a quick recap, if you like. So Nicodemus was a man who loved the rules, and he knew a lot about those rules that he had there. By hearing all about Jesus, he knew, though he had to meet with him, something stirred in his heart, something stirred in his head, and he thought, I need to go and speak to that man. He obviously went in the dead of night because his friends, the Pharisees, would have disagreed. They wouldn't have been happy with him doing this. As I mentioned before, this encounter comes in the Bible, in the book of John. And as we saw in our video, it also talked about how when Nicodemus met with Jesus in secret, he realised that a relationship, a friendship with Jesus is more than just knowing lots of information. And in the Bible, it also talks about how God loved the world, a verse called John 3:16, which we've got some sheets over there that link to that. It's when Jesus talked about being born again to Nicodemus. It wasn't that born again as a baby, as we've heard, that we thought Nicodemus was like, how can that happen? It was actually that born again being and having that relationship, that friendship with Jesus that he was trying to encourage and explain to Nicodemus.
Okay, so, as we said, Nicodemus and his friends, they based their relationship all about rules and laws, and they didn't think about the relationship side so much. But as we have just discussed, Jesus wants that friendship and relationship with us. He wants to be part of our lives in the good times, in the bad times, in the tough times, every season of our life. And that's the invitation today, that all of us can actually have that relationship with Jesus. He is there waiting for you. You have a choice. Okay, that's the good thing. You have a choice whether you want to follow him or not. And it might look different for each person about how you start that journey. But yeah, it's really important that we just say that is what we believe as Christians, that he wants to have that friendship with you. He wants to have that relationship with you. Yeah, also just saying as well, because obviously we've seen Imogen and Kayla this morning being dedicated to God. That is fantastic. And their families and their friends and us as a church family all have that desire that they know God for themselves, and it has to be for themselves. I remember as a child, when I first made that decision, I had to choose for myself. It wasn't for my family, because I can't have my parents' faith. I have to have my own faith, because that's what's going to keep me going in the long run. So, yeah, our prayer is that Imogen and Kayla, being welcomed into the church family, that they would know Jesus. But it's always a choice. It's always a choice that they can make.
So maybe you've heard lots of things this morning and you thought, oh, do you know what? I don't understand that. I'd like to find a little bit more out. If that's the case, then please feel free to either speak to someone that maybe invited you here, or to one of us, or someone that you see at the front. Also, we really encourage prayer here at church, and we believe prayer has power. As we've heard before by Iodi, that the prayer of people has impact in people's lives. And maybe you're going through a really tough time at the moment and you think, I would really like someone just to pray with me. After the service, we'd love to pray with you if that's something. Again, either ask someone that you're sat next to that you came with, or come and find Gerald, Lynn, Alex or myself, and we'd love to pray with you after the service. We're going to hand back over to Andy and the team in a minute, and we're going to do a couple more songs, and then we'd love to invite you to celebrate with us with our tea and our coffee and cakes and things like that. Okay, so Andy and the team, thank you very much, children, down the front here. If you want to, you can either stay here and we can get the instruments back out, or if you'd like to go to the table and finish off or do some colouring, you can do, or you can go and rejoin whoever you came with.
Thanks for listening to the Northgate Church podcast. Find out more at northgate.org.uk or find us on social media by searching Northgate Church Chester.